It's time to touch my Katamari, Brad.
Let's do it.
All right, Patrick, you don't want to see this.
Show us where on the Katamari he touched you.
Yeah.
On the Nobi Nobi boy.
Yeah, all over the Nobi Nobi boy.
On girl.
Yeah. And then contributed all that to girl. This is a Katamari Damashi game. Like everything you...
Katamari Damacy product.
Yeah. It's weird.
How many are there at this point?
27.
There's got to be a lot.
Like the first...
Stop playing after the second one.
Yeah.
Got to be 8.
Anyway,
So one-
Katamari Damacy, I love Katamari.
Oh, that's a fool's errand. Don't even try.
Yeah. So the premise of this game is that people are tired of the game.
Okay.
Or they're tired of the King of All Cosmos. They think he used to be cooler before. Like the first level is, I remember when this game used to be cool. It should be cool, but it's not. Make it cool again.
They've got, all right, that, you know,
Yeah.
if you're going to poke fun at your own hyper-extended franchise,
Right.
you've got me so far.
I have dressed up the King of All Cosmos in that hat and bridal cape.
All right.
And it's interesting that that shows here in the intro. I assume that that's not random. So a lot of different, this game's not going to shock you. By the way, it does its thing. It is just another Katamari game, and it seems pretty well done.
3D modeled King of All Cosmos.
Yeah. More candies. So here you have the levels. The levels are all shown here. And then over here you've got the extra stuff. You buy clothing. The High Rollers Club that, your rank is dependent on how many candies you earn on a regular basis. What did I didn't even hit. There are things you're picking up in the levels that show up over here. You get so candy is the currency, but then there are also candy tickets, which you can use to multiply the amount of currency you're earning from any one level, and you use that to buy music and buy all this other stuff. This is all crazy. Over here is the part where it's a game. Let's try people with their arms up are levels you haven't completed yet. Keep the calories down. Roll. So it's a bunch of people talking mess about the King of All Cosmos.
Great.
And then him going like, no, it's not. All right, maybe you better help me out with this by rolling up junk. So they have multiple control schemes in this. You can go to the classic dual stick tank style controls, but it also has one that just the right stick moves the camera, the left stick rolls the ball, which is what I have it set up right now, just kind of trying it out. Oh, I just rolled away. I didn't listen to him. He's not real stoked about that, but screw him. So in this one, I need to try to get as many items as I can while keeping it low cal. So here's the thing with this game.
Whoa.
I can stretch.
Is it only one way or the other? Like other? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just.
You're not like making it specific measurements.
No.
Real-time deformation of your wad of stuff.
And then you can double tap. You can also do this with the rear screen.
Wait, so that actually looks like you're just transitioning between 3 preset states. Is that right?
No,
Like it's like super wide, super tall, and in between.
There is an in between.
Okay.
There's more. It's a little more analog than that.
Okay.
Not much though. I found that getting skinny was good to get through a couple of doorways, but it's I don't know. It doesn't really seem like
Not used as much as you would
a
like.
huge change. You can also there's also some touchscreen controls. I can actually also touch and roll. That seems like a fool's errand.
I mean, there was a version that did come out for like the iPhone
Right,
and iPad,
yeah.
so I'm sure that's part of where that's from. Oh, she's Jill, so. Jeff, this looks like a Katamari game.
It does.
I am not going to argue that point with you.
Yeah. How many calories is that penguin? Rolling up stuff. Music's good. I think it looks nice. You know, they get the style done pretty well.
If there's still room for Katamari.
You know, I haven't played any since the first couple, really seriously anyway, so I guess, like, in some sense, like, I like the idea of this franchise, and I think that seems like a perfectly fine version of the game, but yeah, it's going to kind of, I think there'll be some people that
your mileage may vary.
Are done, yeah, are done with this this sort of stuff, but kid with the arrow pointing down t-shirt on the loading screen, he's going nuts.
Well, and it starts to get weird when, you know, like I said, there being iPhone and iPad versions of this game.
It's not this specific game. I mean, of this franchise. It's not this game. So, you know.
You just start getting a weird space in terms of like price parity and what you're getting out of it.
That's true. And it looks like those candy tickets I was talking about, you can actually, it's not up yet, but it looks like you'll be able to buy those from the PlayStation Store as almost like a currency multiplier.
So I think how that works is that there is DLC for this game that you can purchase, but you can also earn everything for the DLC using the in-game currency, which is why you would want to do the multiplier so you can get there faster.
Well, that makes sense.
There are mechanisms so you can get that stuff,
right? Or
you can just outright buy it, which that seems like a better way to do it.
Yeah, I did poorly. Oh, only 5 candies. So here's the point where, I can hit Sweet Talk to spend some candy tickets, but with a base level of 5, it's not worth multiplying. Pow, 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 he says, every time he goes to make a star. And then and then it comes out of him. Yeah, so, you know, it's got some cutscenes with humans between levels, and you know, the things you expect from a Katamari game are present, and it seems reasonably well made. So, yeah, that's cool. Let's just get into one more level here, just real quick.
Is there any that you can show off? Maybe the stretching and thinning, like that get to any place?
Really,
not really.
Not that I've seen so far. King's very lovable. I wish he was cute. Oh.
Dark.
Yeah. He still talks like a turntable. That goes a long way in my book. This one looks like it might not have, maybe it'll have me picking up cute objects and rating me there. But so far, most of the levels have had like a theme of like, you know, get as many sports objects as you can, and you'll be rated on that. Yeah, so this one wants me to roll up kids. Royal jealous rage indeed. He wants to get it on.
With these children?
All right.
Go get those kids, Jeff.
I'm going to roll up these kids, and then he's going to eat them.
This Katamari series got really weird while I wasn't looking.
Yeah, well, I mean, it kind of always was, and I think that they've just had to take it in, you know, slightly different directions as time has gone on. That dog's wearing a cone. I imagine that, like any game in this series, by the end of it, you will be just rolling up planets and you know, islands and that sort of stuff. It seems to be how all these end.
Well, there's only so many directions. Like, it's a pretty
Right,
simple
yeah,
concept.
yeah.
Like, there's, you know.
You think after the first game, somebody there was like, man, we should have saved all that space stuff for the next one?
I don't know.
It's like, what else are we gonna do now?
It's hard to know what.
Trying to get inside the minds of these people.
Right. Well, I mean, after it was like after the second one that Takahashi took off, right?
He came back and worked on the third one,
Okay.
if I remember correctly.
Didn't he leave to go make Playgrounds?
Yeah. Well, if I'm remembering correctly, he was like, I don't want to make sequels to this game. Let me go do something else. And they were like, hey, man, how about?
There's this thing called money.
Yeah.
We like to acquire it
You
in
look
large
at how
quantities.
Namco Bandai handles most of their franchises. This isn't really a surprise that there have been a number of them that are in a safe, conservative direction.
Yeah.
Sure.
Namco is not a company known for taking risks with the stuff that works.
I will at least give them credit for not numbering the sequels to this game.
Sure.
Like we're not
Oh,
just on
yeah.
Katamari Damacy 7. You know? At least they came up with cutesy names for everything.
At least they're lying to you as they sell you Katamari Damacy 7.
Like me and my Katamari. That's a pretty good name for a game.
Yeah. Can I get that bird? I can.
Right.
So there are cases, yeah, where I mean, you can jump, but also you could stretch up to reach some stuff. If it's in the air or too tall for you to reach.
Any tilt controls in this? Any
I
like kind
don't
of
believe so.
tilt to roll sorts of
I don't
things?
believe so. This game kind of requires a precision to some extent that I just don't think that would be very fun.
I can also see you tilting the screen out of your ability to see
as
it.
you're looking at it. Sort of. I only have 7 kids here.
That you know of.
Right.
Prison Mike has a question.
Play it on me, Prison Mike.
Any glare problems with the screen? Have you tried it outside?
I tried it in a moving car and had a real hard time playing something like Wipeout. Just found it real hard to see the turn. Like, yeah, playing it outside in the sun, not as good as playing it in a nice, dark and cool room.
That's an AMOLED screen? Is that right?
I believe so.
Those are typically pretty terrible in sunlight.
Oh. The guy's just freaking out.
Aw. I want those kids.
I know. I gotta get bigger and then I can steal those children. Can't even get penguins, man. Good am I.
I like this music though.
Yeah, this has always just been.
I would independently
great-
listen to the
Yeah.
Katamari soundtrack back.
Oh. Getting the crap knocked out of me.
Oh.
Coming with me.
Yeah. Get that kid. Penguins and kids are no longer safe.
Yeah.
From Jeff Gerstmann. What is that kid doing up there?
I don't know. Let him stay there for now. Alright, we should be able to get these kids down here playing soccer, right? Oh, not yet.
Didn't like one of these games introduce like visual filters? Like that was the thing?
Yeah, they had different. Like, here's the cel-shaded one. Here's the. I want to say that was beautiful Katamari, the 360 PS3 one. Take that, PE boy. Creepy sounding name. I need these PE boys.
Nimuel has a pretty good question.
Lay it on me.
what is the reason they didn't put a TV out on the Vita when the PSP did have one?
Well, the PSP didn't launch with one.
That's true.
They eventually added one. I imagine it is, you know, a concern of Sony's, especially at launch, to keep the cost down for launch. So you end up with features that don't make the cut because they would, you know, raise the price of the system to an unacceptable level that they're not willing to, you know, lose that much money per unit. And I fully expect that they will do a hardware revision down the line where they put in TV out.
We have to remember that, you know, it was expected this was going to be a much more expensive than device than it ended up coming out, and then Nintendo, you know, bringing the price down to where, you know, at one point they thought $249 was this magic number.
Right. Yeah.
And then Nintendo realized, oh no, it's not a magic number.
Not gonna do it.
So you have to, you know, whatever faults, you know, some of these games have for not hitting their PS3 counterparts, it is still a fairly bleeding edge device, and
yeah,
you know, Sony hasn't said how much they're making or not making on each one, but.
All right, let's see how we did on this level, and then I think that sums it up, man. He's gonna eat these kids.
Put it in your mouth.
Oh, what? You
54 children, not nearly enough for the
enough.
king of all cosmos. He demands hundreds of children.
If it was a baby, I would slap it. Give me your stupid 5 stupid candies. He ate those kids.
It's a good thing religious groups aren't aware of this game.
Right. This is where it all goes bad. Oh.
Those kids are grounded in stomach meat.
Yeah, I think we're done here. I'll try to do better next time at kidnapping for you, you creep. So that is, so here's, yeah, you'll see both sequences here.
No, I can't buy that. If I do, I won't have enough money for the study guide.
What?
What do I do? I want it. I need it. Huh? That noise. Good gravy. It's a giant Katamari. Goodbye, world. My stay was pathetic and short. This feeling, it's all soft and squishy. This Katamari, it reminds me of Mom. Thinking of her, I knew what I had to do.
Yep. So that's Touch My Katamari.
Right.
For the Vita. Thanks for watching.